Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at GMS that rule and teach well in scripture, and salutations to my Akim out there that's doing this work in truth and faith and sincerity. Today is more protests that are going on in the world. One which have happened in Paris, and so it's basically news about the event that's going on in Paris right now with the protesters. So, Lord willing, I can follow with a few scriptures and carry on. Let this play.
Security will continue to take place in the French capital of Paris for the third successive weekend, with thousands of people taking to the streets of Paris on Saturday. Widespread rallies were fueled by the public outcry against police's heavy-handedness and its brutality in the past several incidents, and also over the proposed controversial security bill that puts curbs on freedom of expression on French citizens. The police also stepped up its action against the trouble elements in the otherwise peaceful protests and arrested at least about 150 people on Saturday. This after the last two Saturdays turned out to be extremely violent and the shop owners suffered vandalism. C'est nous qui payons vos salaires. Vous écoutez des... So this is what the scene looked like in central Paris, with people extremely unhappy against this controversial legislation that's being pushed forth by Emmanuel Macron. There were protests that were also reported in other French cities such as Lyon in the southeast, where authorities have reported at least about 5.
Now you have to understand that what's going on in Paris about this security bill. They're taking to the streets right now, and being here in America, in Babylon, aka America, this place is it's a turmoil. Basically, it's not a place of rest. Okay, and for the 2/3 out there, they're gonna be burned up in it. All right, or they're gonna be given by the sword of pestilence, or what other means that the Most High has the end for them. Okay, but Edomites all over Paris are protesting right now. All right, the so-called Caucasian race, and so there's lets you know how much of a spell people are under, here in America, because you get the slightest incident out there in some of those countries over there in Europe, and they'll take to the streets right away. Okay, because the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. All right, and they go by their laws, and they strongly believe in their rights. Okay, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans don't have any. All right, as as we can see with various examples, Mike Brown, so on and so forth. So I'm gonna let a little bit of this play.
5 arrests among people who supposedly, this is what the police claim, attacked the police and sought to loot shops. As the night fell, the police also resorted to using water cannon in the extremely cold weather in central Paris to try and disperse the crowd.
These people are gonna act a fool. You got the police out there, that, and they're shooting the protesters with ice cold water. Okay, it's really gonna to powder keg up. It's going, this tension is gonna powder keg. It's gonna explode. All right, this is not a good thing you know, for the people of authority to do to the citizens. Okay, but you know, this is the means and the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This is what's been spoken of, and so what's been spoken of by the Most High, you know, by His Son, because He is the living Word. You know, our big brother, He is the living Word. This was mentioned in the scriptures, and so this is a prophecy that's coming to pass as we see it in real time.
Et aujourd'hui, le pouvoir, avec cette nouvelle loi sécurité globale et la loi séparatisme également, prépare finalement une contre-offensive contre tout le mouvement social et toute expression populaire en cherchant à justement diminuer les possibilités de cette expression populaire. Et donc forcément aujourd'hui, c'est un rendez-vous immanquable pour nous puisque on est là pour défendre nos droits et surtout les droits de s'exprimer. Je pense que
According to reports, the demonstrations attracted nearly about 60,000 people from across the country. Interior Minister Gerald Darmanin tweeted that several hundred thugs had also come out to commit violence. This is how the French Interior Minister has been describing these protesters who are out on the streets demanding that the government should take back the controversial legislation. But the Interior Minister further added that the authorities are now working on a robust strategy against the thugs, as the French Interior Minister is now describing the protesters.
Now just imagine what's going to happen when you have live rounds and live fire going on with these protesters. You know, on top of that, you know, to add the economy crashing, on top of that, to add, you know, this pandemic, these machinations that the elites of this society want to administer, beginning with you Negroes, Latinos, and you Native Americans, knowing that you have the birthright. They're ready to cut us off from being a nation completely. Okay? But that's not going to happen because the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua chose his people. Okay? Which are the Israelites. Okay? You have speckled bird out there. Okay? That look like the other nations, but still do in fact belong to the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
The protests have been mainly sparked by this very controversial security bill, which President Emmanuel Macron, who's in all kinds of problems over the course of the last several months, has argued that it is what is the need of the hour, and he claims it is needed to protect police personnel and their families from harassment and threats. Believe it or not, the contentious bill aims to outlaw the publication of images or videos with the intent, it says, of causing harm to the police. However, critics argue that the security bill, which has been adopted by the lower house of the parliament, will make it almost impossible for journalists and other citizens to document cases of police brutality and police heavy-handedness, and will lead to a curb on both civil liberties and also police accountability. Now, under this new controversial law covering a protest and also police action, for instance, in a protest like this would become illegal, where a person could actually be charged for flouting this controversial security law in France. Many people say that that would be the end of freedom of expression in the French nation. Now, Macron, for his part, still insists that the bill will not curb press freedom and that journalists will be able to actually go ahead and still do their jobs, although they would not be allowed to show any footage of a police personnel, no matter what the police...
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 7, and it reads, "For there shall be in every place in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, And the ones that fear the Lord are you Negroes, Latinos, and you Native Americans. Okay? The truth shall come in like a flood, all right, and destroy. Verse 17. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then they be known, then shall they be known who are my chosen. And who are the chosen? Okay, we don't know, but we have a good idea. Okay, it is the ones that are given diligence, okay, fearing the Most High, okay, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability, all right, the ones that make their body a living sacrifice, okay, these are the ones that have a good shot at being the elect, all right, and it's up to the Lord, but you know, there's a lot of evidence that points to you know, to us, to the prophets. So you know, I just, that's just a quick hitter, making it short and simple and sweet. And Lord willing, you know, this devil's take it out. Okay. Um, Giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakar Kadash. And until next time, Shalom.